Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. This one's probably going to be a quick one, but we're going to talk about one of the best trades I've ever made of my life, and probably one of the best trades you'll ever see on YouTube. And before we get started, if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing. That way you don't miss any videos in the future. And if you're new to selling options and you want to learn more, I have a course linked down below. I try to make it affordable. I teach everything I know regarding selling options. I'm continuously adding content on there. And this is a method that I've been using to make over $2,000 a month now. So go check that out if you're interested. And of course, I'm being facetious when I say I made one of the best trades on YouTube, because unlike a lot of YouTubers that they just pick a stock and it goes up and they had no foresight into it, and then the next day they go on about how intelligent they are. Me selling a put on Celsius is not one of those instances. I'm not going to say that I knew the stock was going to beat earnings, especially at the amount that it did. If I did, I would have made a larger position. But I sold a put on Celsius. I only sold one put, and it's this guy right here. This $21 put expires tomorrow. And judging by the price action after earnings, I think we're in the clear, and I don't think we're going to be assigned. Don't look at the rest of my portfolio, by the way, today. SoFi took another dip. We're not going to talk about that. But apparently Celsius not only beat on earnings per share, but they also are acquiring this brand, Alani. And Celsius is a product that I actually like and I consume. I have a 12-pack in my fridge right now. I've seen Alani, I think it's Alani New, at Costco. I've never tried it, so I have no idea what this is. I guess these two things, the beat on earnings and the acquisition, excited investors, and it's up 30-some% now. So I made $27 in premium selling this put, and I only wish that I sold more. Someone asked me yesterday in my video how I go about selling options, especially puts. What do I look for and what do I do? And I'm not going to go into it too deeply because I think I go more into it in my course. But basically, high level, I have a list of stocks that I look at potentially selling puts on in the future. And I have this list here on Robinhood, and I just add stocks to this list as I come across them and I'm interested. And when I have some freed up collateral, I will go look at this list and say, have any of these stocks been beaten down a lot lately? And if so, I can take a look at some of the put options available. And that's one thing I do. Another thing I do is I sell weekly options typically, and those are just on repeat stocks like SoFi, like Nvidia, maybe a new addition TQQQ if things go well, continued to go well with the stock. And then with those stocks, I just, like I said, weekly continue to sell puts on them. So it's kind of a mixture of the two. It's some that I see have been beaten down lately and they're on my list, and then some that are just on repeat. I did buy to close today because I had used up all of my collateral and I used up some on margin, a decent amount on margin actually. So I wanted to close some up in case an opportunity presented itself to sell more puts on a beaten down stock. And I closed this Nvidia put. I paid $38 to buy to close this, and it freed up $13,500 in collateral. So now I have a little bit of breathing room, and then if I see a stock that I want to sell more puts on tomorrow, I can go ahead and do that. One of the ones I didn't look into yet why it was down so much is Chipotle. Chipotle actually has not been doing so hot. I think in the last week, it's been down 7%. Went from 58 to 53. And I already sold one put on Chipotle. And if we look at the options on Chipotle, because now that I have this collateral freed up and it's been beaten down, and I'll have to look more into obviously why that is, but if it's nothing that I find too concerning, I might look at selling puts on Chipotle that expire next week. And honestly, I might even go with this 52 strike, because there's a delta of 0.31, which is a little higher than what I usually go, but I think $52 per share of Chipotle is a reasonable price, and I wouldn't mind owning 100 shares at that price. That's basically all of the updates for today. If you want to go check out the course or check out the spreadsheet template, they are linked down below and help out the channel. I do appreciate it, and I hope to see you in a future video.